Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Roll Need. Now before we get started, we do need to hop in and get some introductions as to what the show is and who we are. Obviously if you follow me here on Twitch you already know, or on YouTube. My name is Solid Jake and we're launching our first ever Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And obviously this guy next to me, you know him well, as we've known each other for what, 8 years now, Zoya?
Something like that. It's been a while, yeah. Like 2010, I think.
So throughout our 8 years, I'd say 3 or 4 years in, we decided to run our Heroes of the Storm podcast, Town Hall Heroes. And, we've both played World of Warcraft and StarCraft and Blizzard games in general for a very long time. And I think it was probably 2 months ago when I was playing D&D and talking about BFA with my friends, I messaged you and I said, hey man, we should start a World of Warcraft themed D&D podcast. And well, here we are.
Yeah, it was a lot of work leading up to this, but I'm excited. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys don't know who I am, been a while since I've been on the Jake channel. I'm Zoya. I've done lots of things in esports, manage, commentate, creative videos with Jake across several different games. I guess this would be the 4th game, technically, Dungeons and Dragons. But I've been a long-time WoW player. I was in the original beta well, my cousin was in the original beta. I played on his account. Don't ban him. Okay, Blizzard. But we've been playing since classic WoW. And these two people to the side of me over here, I actually met Zach in computer science class in junior year. Cheated off of him the entire time, literally the entire year. Yeah. But that's not why we became friends. We became friends because of WoW. I ended up server transferring to his server. We would LAN all the time there. Zach had actually already known John from their childhood, so that's how I became friends with him. And it's kind of fun that we became friends through WoW, and then here we are, 12 years later, junior year in high school, playing D&D WoW. So
we're going to pump the brakes a little bit and use the pre-show for good. Zoe, I need you to bring that mic a lot closer to your face.
Hey, guys.
Yeah. There's still white
I probably
noise
shouldn't whisper what I'm doing, though.
Yeah, there's still white noise attached to it for some reason, but what's your gain at?
Is it bad?
No, I mean, what's your gain at on your Focusrite?
I don't know.
Like, where's the red marker? If you're, like, going 0 at the bottom left side to 100 bottom right side.
It was all the way over.
So bring it, to, 75%.
Is this better?
Yeah, it sounds way better. Good. Man, don't you love having a production guy in your team?
I love you very much.
Perfect, way better. All right.
Someone has to.
Fat Stick Man, take it away.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Zach. I've, like Jared said, been playing WoW since, well before junior year in high school when we met, but playing since the beginning of vanilla WoW. Spent a lot of time playing video games. Majority of my growing up period, I guess I could say, was built around playing World of Warcraft and spending way too much time playing that game. So
I think we're all there.
Yeah, it's kind of a dream come true to be able to relive that experience kind of through Dungeons and Dragons in a more entertaining, I guess, aspect. More getting actually into the characters.
More creative, yeah.
More intimate.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Rather than just logging in, looking for gear upgrades, and then logging out after 17 hours. But
that's classic WoW.
That's about it.
Soapy Mud?
Yeah, my name's Jonathan. Like they said, I was childhood best friends with this guy, Zach. We used to LAN Warcraft 3 custom games together. I'd come over to his house after school every day during the summer.
Elementary?
Yeah, way back. And then World of Warcraft came out, and I just remember he made that stupid human warlock with the ponytail that he didn't even realize how to ponytail till level 40.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Didn't even see it.
So yeah, I've been playing WoW since vanilla. Been playing D&D for a little less than a year now, probably, and just super excited to get back into playing classic WoW, but without stupid limitations like gravity and rules set by Blizzard.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We get to hack in our own games. It's fine.
Yes.
Areno, aka Ryan.
Hey, I'm Ryan. I know this guy right up here. We met at BlizzCon. I've been playing Warcraft since Warcraft 2 on PlayStation was actually my first experience, and then Warcraft 3.
Is
and
that
then
is that sad or is that normal?
Not normal.
I think it's
100%.
amazing.
Not normal. I played War 2 on PC. I didn't even know there was a PlayStation release.
I played it on PlayStation 2, actually. Yeah.
Really?
There-
Wow. I did not
I
know
appreciate
that.
Yeah, that's when I first got introduced. Warcraft, World of Warcraft since vanilla. Played a mage, took over druid in Lich King, and unfortunately been playing since.
It is unfortunate.
It's a time sink.
It's kind
Great
of a yeah. I mean, but we all love it, right? And we wouldn't change
Absolutely.
it, obviously.
That's why we're
I
here.
mean, WoW is
Exactly,
something
yeah.
special, and I think a lot of the passion that comes into us creating the show is not just D&D and not just Warcraft, but vanilla Warcraft. I think we all have a very special place for that, and naturally at BlizzCon last year they announced WoW Classic, so we're all very eager and excited for that to happen. I mean, I've been playing a lot of BFA and I love it, but don't get me wrong, it's not WoW Classic. It's not at all the same experience, and that's something that I'm pumped for. And reliving classic Azeroth is, well, Zoe is going to be our dungeon master, and he's going to be the one guiding us through that. So, looking at the actual campaign, what we'll tell you before we start is that we're playing on the Alliance side. We're starting in Stormwind, but beyond that, we don't know a whole lot. Ironforge. I'm sorry. Exactly, right.
What campaign are you playing? What did I do wrong?
We're starting in Ironforge. And as you can see in our portraits, I'm playing a dwarven hunter. We have a druid.
Hey.
Yeah, okay, you're
Save
right.
the introductions. Save the
You're right,
introductions.
you're right,
We'll get
you're
to
right.
that.
He's
Okay.
excited, all right?
We all are. We all are very excited to play this.
Yes.
Well, I think without any further delay, we'll get ready to start the campaign and take a quick break, and we'll be starting in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Welcome, my friends, to the world of Azeroth. It has been 5 long years since the races of this world united against Archimonde the Defiler. The memories of the Horde and the Alliance fighting together seems to have all but faded. Recent times have not been good for the Alliance. With the abduction of King Varian Wrynn and the destruction of Gnomergon, the Alliance is in shambles. High Lord Bolvar Fordragon rules in Stormwind until the young Prince Anduin is of age. The High Lord is doing the best he can given the circumstances, and there is no better man for the job. However, the Horde have caught wind of how vulnerable the Alliance is, and they have seized the opportunity. They have mounted an attack against South Shore, and so far, there have been many casualties. The Alliance has been spread thin as many of their soldiers have been sent up north to defend against the continued onslaught. There is a ray of hope, though, as one group of adventurers have been training their entire lives for this day. They have been tasked with the most important quest they will ever receive. They've been summoned by Fordragon, and it seems that we may have located the whereabouts of King Wrynn. Their job is simple: find the king and bring him back alive. And honestly, they are the best ones for this mission. But they did not start this way. It has been a long road for these heroes, and like all great warriors, they began by slaying boars, fighting bandits, and protecting those in need. And they set out on this quest today. We, however, will be following a very different group of adventurers, ones far less skilled in combat. They are destined for greatness, though. but have yet to begin their story. Our adventure begins in Ironforge. Ironforge is the capital city of the Dwarves, located in the mountains of Cosmodan. With a population of 20,000 citizens, primarily dwarves and what remains of the gnomes, it is as vibrant and alive as ever. King Magni Bronzebeard has led the dwarves to a powerful position in the Alliance. It is believed that Ironforge is the most impenetrable fortress in all of Azeroth. With the Bronzebeard clan in charge, its citizens feel more safe than ever before, despite the growing tensions in the north. People are traveling from all across the land to live here. The increase in population has become noticeable as the businesses begin to take in more customers, they begin to grow. Because of this increase in workload, it's quite easy to get work in Ironforge, so more people are moving here for jobs as well. As more and more visitors arrive, the more these businesses earn, and some of them are beginning to turn quite a heavy profit. One such establishment is known as the Stonefire Tavern. Located near the entrance of Ironforge, this place is often first stop of new travelers. Having some of the best food and ale in the city, its location easily accessed, it's the go-to home for anyone new to the city. Entering the inn at about 3 p.m. in the afternoon is a dwarf dressed in all brown leathers and short black hair with a braided beard. Next to him is a human male wearing a straw hat. Jonathan, could you go ahead and introduce your character for us, please?
I'll be playing Stir Pyramill, a warrior, if you will, wielding a battle axe and a shield. Most of his childhood spent in Westfall on his family's farm, where he was raised, and he bred horses with his father. He even managed to build the stables that they were kept in. Now he's a logger at the Westvale logging camp. Born as a human, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall and weighing about 185 pounds, fairly muscular build. When he's not in his armor, he's got brown hair, brown unlaced boots, dark linen pants that are cut off right under his knee, a gray work tank top, and a straw hat. On top of it all, he's clean shaved except for a thick, full mustache.
And as you enter the inn with your partner in crime, Klein, who you met at the Eastville logging camp, both recently journeying to Ironforge, as Klein has pressured you into chopping down trees in Ironforge, saying that Dunmorrow has the best trees in all the land. You had to see for yourself, being an accomplished logger. As you enter the inn, you are greeted by the barmaid, Gwenna Firebrew. Well, if it isn't Stir and Klein, how was the day's work? I'm sure cutting down trees was as dangerous as ever.
Oh, you know it was. I hope y'all are doing all right tonight.
I don't know about Stir, but I cut down 8 mighty trees today all by myself. Oh, yeah.
Don't let this fool lie to you. He wasn't by himself doing that.
Yeah, he's right. Well, I'm sure you guys are quite hungry. Why don't you take a seat and I'll get you something to eat. She points over to a table on the side. It's actually quite packed in here. Again, the increase in population. Ironforge is bustling right now. You guys get a seat, and she runs off to the side. Well, Stir, thanks for coming for me here, man. It's been nice to visit home. Been a while.
You know what, Klein? It's real nice here, and the drinks ain't even that bad.
No, they're not. They're actually quite good. As you say that, Gwenna comes back and holding a couple of tankers and throws your regulars down in front of you. Would you guys like something to eat as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm looking for something that's gonna fill me up a couple courses minimum.
Well, right now we have some tough jerky, some mutton chop, and some wild hog shank.
You know, I'll have a couple of them wild hog shanks.
Okay, a couple of them. And for you, Klein, a couple as well.
That a boy, Klein?
She runs off in the back to get into a few of them. As she's doing this, you look over to the side of you, Stir. Someone you've been seeing for a few days here, an elf gentleman, sitting across from a dwarven man, and the dwarf seems to be questioning this elf, asking him several questions. Jake, let's start with you. How about you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm playing a local dwarf. He's about 50 years old, but he really has never left Lochmodan / Ironforge, the whole area. He's a dwarf who knows the skills of being a hunter very well, right? He's well equipped with different weapons, and that's kind of his passion, is just a variety of weapons. He wants to know all of the fabled weapons of the land, and that's really all he cares about, is collecting them as trophies, essentially. On top of that, he's part of the Blunderblast family in Lochmodan, so his uncle Vrock and his cousin, I believe Doc, are the ones that he kind of grew up and learned how to be a hunter with. But he's really into travel, and he's super curious, he's super energetic, and he just kind of wants to see Azeroth. And, well, there's this purple man, or, you know...
Can you go ahead and describe your physical appearance?
Purple, yeah. I mean, he's pretty pale. He's about 150 pounds, 4'10" as his height. I'd say average dwarf height. Dark hair, very, very dark black hair with a curly mustache, a rich beard, and a ponytail on the back of his head.
Okay, and sitting across from him is his elf. I don't know about companion, but at least someone he's engaged in conversation with, Arano. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, Arano Ravensense is a druid who has grown up in Ashenville Forest, a little bit of Darnassus, not too much. He's about 110 years old, which is very young for a night elf, and he has come to Ironforge because of his love for languages and just knowledge, and one of the greatest libraries in all of Azeroth is in Ironforge. He's about 6 feet, probably like 110 pounds, silver hair, gold eyes, very...
6 feet, 110 pounds? Are you okay?
Yeah, he's okay. That's typical for an elf.
He's a withered
crazy.
from Suramar.
Yeah, about to say, you know, that comes later. We still got about 10 years before.
Yeah, we're okay.
All right, well, you two are in conversation. Well, what are you asking him about, Jake? Or, excuse me, Thanagan?
So what brings you here to Ironforge?
I have a great look for knowledge, and there's a wonderful library in Ironforge, and I plan on studying all of it.
What do you want to learn?
I have a rich knowledge for language, but whatever I find is okay with me.
What do you want to learn? Gnomish? Who wants to speak to them gnomes?
Everyone is a part of nature in this earth, and I want to be able to talk to everyone.
You hear a snort coming from Klein to the side of you.
I just take a swig of my pint.
As you look away from him, Thanagan, you notice the big battle axe that Stur is carrying.
Hey, Klein, that purple fella's here. He's talking to some dwarf now. And I'm like whispering this to Klein.
I look over at them, and I question his battle axe. Where'd you get that mighty fine axe you got there, friend?
Oh, you know, this is a standard issue at the logging camp. I just use this to cut down trees.
You kill any boars with it?
Only the boars that threaten me. You know I'm not afraid.
Okay.
Well, what brings you to Ironforge, my elf friend?
I look to the library that is in Ironforge, the Halls of Explorers, and I look to gain the knowledge that is in there.
Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I think I know someone here who works at that library, and he points over in the corner, and he points over to a gray-haired dwarf with buns on the side. She actually works in there over there. You should probably talk to her over there. Her name's Reyna.
And what'd y'all say your name was?
I'm Thanagan.
And my name is Arana.
Thanagan. Why do you have such an interest in my axe? I'm just curious.
I like anything that can kill something.
Well, I could pick up this bar stool and kill someone with it.
I'd like to see it.
Well, we'll save that. We'll save that. I know I'm not a fighting type. And if you want to pick up one of these battle axes, I could show you where they keep them down at the logging camp.
I'd like
Though
that.
you'll have to get a job there.
What do you do for a living, Thanagan?
I kill shit and I make nice weapons.
Oh, yeah, you got any nice weapons on you?
You're one of them smiths?
I'm at the bar, my friend. I don't bring my axe to the tavern.
Why not? You're an Ironforge.
Well, you see, I can't carry 2 pints and me axe.
Why not?
Yeah, I like
put
you.
my axe on my back, and I grab 2 pints. Check it out right now. I got my axe, and I got my 2 pints.
Are you trying to cut me short?
No, I would never insult a fellow like you, especially in this fine establishment.
And there's actually a lot of people in here right now. You look around you, and there's 3 or 4 gnomes in the area, mostly dwarves. There's only one other human besides Stir, and no other elves right now. Arano is the only one in here. But as you guys are looking around, you see the barmaid fly by to your table. She's carrying a tray of 4 ales, and she rushes over to you guys. Looks like she's about to stop, and then just continues right past you to the corner where this little gnome is sitting by herself, eating or drinking or reading a book, and sets down all 4 ales right in front of her. Can I get you anything else, sweetheart?
No, I think that'll do it. Thanks.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, let me know. And she buggers off back to the back. You guys all notice that this little gnome sitting by herself suddenly has 4 ales in front of her. Stick, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to us, please?
Yeah, so I'm playing Stick Longfuse, a female gnome, about 2'11", barely weighing anything, 39 pounds. Gnomes don't weigh anything. Tan skin, black hair, tied back into 2 ponytails, or pigtails, I guess. I have 2 daggers, 1 on each hip, and an old tattered journal in my hand that I'm reading. The journal looks like it's seen some days. It's actually my grandparents' journal from their time spent adventuring, and it's kind of my key interest in what I'm looking to find more information about.
Okay,
and
well,
I drink a lot.
You see, again, you guys see this little cute gnome suddenly with 4 pints in front of her.
And they're like big for her. She's like,
Oh yeah, these are normal human-sized pints. You know, it's like from Lord of the Rings where they get the, Pippin's like, I'm getting one too,
I'm gonna wave over the waitress. Excuse me, miss.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
2 things. 1, and I'm gonna put 2 gold on the table and say, keep the drinks coming for my new friends here. And 2, what's her deal? And I'm gonna point at that gnome.
Actually, she kind of keeps to herself. I don't know much about her, but she's here every day.
Every day? And she orders 4 drinks?
No, she orders about 40 drinks every day.
Well, never mind. I was gonna offer to buy her a drink, but obviously I don't got the coinage for that, so...
She drinks the cheap stuff. She doesn't need the high alcohol content with her body mass.
Ah. Quantity over quality.
In this situation, yes.
That's how I felt logging those trees down in Dunmoreau, know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know what I'm saying? And you just Klein immediately goes back into flexing.
Klein, you're so much.
Hey! You see her take the coin. She runs in the back and brings over a couple drinks, sets it onto your table. And Klein looks over to Stick. Hey, what you reading there?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a old journal from my family.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
Oh, it's about the time that my grandparents spent in Omergon before everything went to shit.
There's like almost like a sudden silence across at least the general area. For those that don't know, Nomergon recently went through a bit of a traumatic experience. The gnome race lost over 80% of their population because of the event that went down there with the Knoll Kobold invasion.
Kobolds,
yeah.
Kind of.
And then they ended up gassing the whole place, irradiating it, and they lost a lot of their species. So not only is are gnomes rare, but speaking about the event is
Taboo.
touchy subject still right now.
Yeah.
It's been very recent, so
It's a fresh wound.
Yeah, Klein told me about that, and I'm real sorry to hear it.
yeah. Were your grandparents cool people?
Yeah, they were. They're kind of my heroes. I hope to grow up to be a lot like them someday.
What'd they do? What you fancy in being like?
And Klein grabs a chair from the table nearby and swings it over to his table, and he kind of gestures.
Well, I mean, a lot of their adventures were accounted in this journal, but they weren't really public knowledge. They were kind of sneaky, if you will. They were tasked with a lot of things, from hiking Thermplug, but they were pretty cool in my book. Nobody else really knows about them, though.
So Thanagon sees the daggers at her hips and sees that she's saying her grandparents were sneaky. I'm like, you're a rogue, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about your daggers.
Oh, they're just daggers. I got them from my dad for a birthday present once.
Well, happy birthday! Hey! And there's
Happy
like a
birthday!
resounding cheer from across the bar, and everyone's putting up their ales. Hey!
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
That's why I'm drinking so much for the special occasion.
But she's drinking like
How
that every
long's your
day, and you
birthday
see
last?
when it run by.
Don't tell everybody.
They already told me that y'all be drinking 40 a day.
I mean,
Is that true?
it's-
Where does it go?
It's close to that much. I don't really know. It just kind of comes and goes.
I'm very bored by this whole conversation, and I'm told of a person who works at the library, and I walk over to that person.
Okay. Yeah, there's a dwarf with the buns on the side of her head, sitting in the corner. She's actually just reading a book.
What are you reading there?
Well, I'm reading a book about kobolds. What are you reading?
I hear that you work at the library. How long have you been there?
Oh, well, I just started there. I've been there about 6 months now.
How do I get to the library? And
You walk?
can you get me in?
Well, there's no door. It's just an open archway with some pillars. You just walk by them, and then there's some people there. You probably walk by them too, and then there's books everywhere.
Tell it like it is.
If you want to borrow a book, you'll have to check it out. But the Ironforge library is open to everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. She seems a little bit taken aback by the sudden aggressive approach from this elf. Is there anything else
I'm gonna
I can help
turn
you
to
with?
No, that's all.
I'm gonna turn to Klein and ask, Did you see where that purple man went? The purple man with the ears, the one that keeps coming in here.
I saw that guy. He looked kind of funny.
Yeah, he's gone now. Wait, Thanigan, you were talking to him, right?
How drunk are you two? You not know what an elf is?
I mean,
Oh, the
I don't know.
elves. I've
Yeah.
seen a couple.
He's
I've
here from
seen-
the United States. He's here for them books.
Oh.
Yeah, over on the other continent, up in Darnassus.
What the hell's a book? Oh,
don't know
them
what
learning
books are.
tools.
What?
They're like tools for building, but you build your brain with them, right?
Kinda?
I've heard about them, and
I look
not
at
a
his
fan.
dwarven friend, just questioning, like, really?
Klein, you read
They're
books
good, he's
often?
good people. That's all that matters. I mean, I don't read books often. Every once in a while, a little bit of a romance kick gets in, and I'll read a couple books. But outside of that, no.
Reading
about you?
books.
And do you read?
There's plenty of reading to do. Why did I pick up your voice?
It's hard.
Yeah, there's plenty of reading to do when it comes to killing things. I gotta learn about how to properly gut a boar, how to properly kill a gnoll. You know, kobolds, they're tricky creatures. You want to know how to kill them right?
That is true.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill kobolds. I'm just trying to cut wood.
What are you saying? You like kobolds?
No, I've never even seen a kobold in my life.
Lucky.
What have you seen?
I've seen a lot of humans, and I know people are not what they seem to be. That's what I know.
I see.
Sometimes.
I'm just trying to earn an honest living cutting wood.
Hell yeah, man. I love cutting wood.
That's respectable.
Nothing more fun than cutting down trees, am I right?
Except for cutting down enemies.
Exactly.
You've never had like a higher goal?
Not really. I mean,
Never like a thirst to find
I
something
wanna-
more?
I want to eventually get done cutting this pasture that we are assigned to, but it's been taking several months because there's many acres of trees down there.
As he says that, Gwenna comes back with a couple of trays with the hog you guys ordered earlier and threw it down on the table. Can I get you guys anything else to eat?
You got any cheese?
No, we have no cheese right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What about pork? I want fresh pork.
I believe so.
That's what I got.
Yes.
I'm holding up
The wild hog.
2 hog shanks.
Bring me the pork.
Okay, and she looks over to you, Arano.
Do you have any moonberry?
We have moonberry juice.
I will take that.
Okay. She goes off and gets place another order. So what's your name, little one? This is Klein speaking to you, Stick.
Oh, my name's Stick. Hi, nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you. My name's Stir Pyre Mill, but you can call me Stir.
I ordered a bunch of food here. If you guys would like to partake, I've got plenty. And he's gesturing to both Arano and Vanagon and Stick.
I appreciate it.
The more the merrier.
Hungry.
Even though I
No,
just ordered
I'm here
food,
for
I
my
just
juice only.
yeah, I dig in immediately. No hesitation.
I kind of like pull my book back up and out of the way so that it doesn't get pulled off with food.
And as you guys are digging in and enjoying the conversation, in the back corner of the room where 2 gnomes have been working on some sort of tinker project, a sudden explosion happens and that table seems to be destroyed, but out of nowhere just
Holy hell!
cloud. And you see from the kitchen coming run out is the innkeeper Firebrew. He's got long dark orange beard with a mustache that's with very long hair. Hey! What's going on? Come on! Sorry. And they're like beginning to clean up their tools and trying to salvage what's left of that mess.
Can
I stand up to help.
I hear the explosion and I just like duck behind the table a little bit. And I'm just hiding until I know it's good.
I mean, I'll shriek, but I want to also like look over in that direction and see if I can tell like what they were working on or what the hell blew up.
Right now you have no idea what they're working on. It is in pieces.
Okay, it's just gone.
But it is a gnome male and a gnome female. They both have pink hair. The male has a yellow vest on, and the female has a purple shirt with reddish overalls covering it.
Yeah, I want to approach them and offer my assistance.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. We're just cleaning this up real quick. Yes, thank you. And they're both like just picking up their parts and trying to dust around all the dust, and part of the table's destroyed for sure.
I'll head over there and ask, like, just to inquire with them.
And,
What were you guys messing with?
Oh, well, we actually sell Mechanostriders, and we are working on a new model. But
Why were you working on it in the bar?
where else are we gonna work on it?
At your shop? Do you not have a shop?
There's no alcohol there.
That's a fair point. Okay, carry on.
You can see now as you get closer, like there's like a beak from a Mechanostrider that's missing like a good chunk of it, and they were seeming to work on a head of it.
I'm still hiding and I'm like, Klein, does this happen often?
Nope, this is new to me, brother.
People are exploding things in the taverns?
Oh, people exploding things is normal. Not here though.
It's okay, guys. You can come out now. It's all safe.
I'm gonna question the gnomes. We're like, you make Mechanostriders. Why don't you make blunderbusses or weapons or rifles or scopes?
Well, that's not really our passion. We just want to get around quicker. You know, we being the little folk we are, rams are hard to grip. Horses are a bit too big. You know, and those cats, we're just afraid they're gonna eat us. So we've been working on our own models for a while. I mean, we're the only ones that make them in the land. So if you've seen a Mechanostrider, it's probably ours.
Can I ask why does it have a head and a beak? You need that in a constructed vehicle that you make?
That's where the headlights go.
Yeah, where else are the headlights gonna go?
They go on the head.
You're
Yeah.
right.
But thank you for helping us clean this up. And they are like looking up at you, Than, again.
Yeah, no problem.
And they set their pieces aside, and they immediately begin to like try and salvage what's left of their tinkering, and are beginning to just work together as they put it down.
Y'all stay safe. Don't blow it up again.
Yeah, and you hear from across the innkeeper, "Yeah, come on, that my table's ruined." "Yeah, sorry, we'll pay for it. And they just immediately go back into tinkering. And as you said that, you see Gwenna come back out again with the extra hog and throws it in your spot, Fan again. And then hands you your moonberry juice, Rano.
Thank you.
I
Of
immediately
course,
start
no problem
devouring
at
it
all.
again. Yeah. I'm never sated. I'm always hungry. That's just kind of how Thanagan is.
Okay, so Thanakin's
just
immediately
like real life.
feasting.
Yeah.
But you guys return to your seats. So Stick, why don't you tell us something about your grandparents? I'm actually quite interested.
Well, so I don't know how much you guys know about Nomergon or what it was like before, but it's definitely not the same now. I know it's probably common knowledge by now, I guess, kind of what happened, but it's a shambles now. But my grandparents were actually one of the first tasked by King Mechanir to stop it from getting as bad as it got. They were sent on a mission to stop. Well, they were mostly sent to kill a lot of trogs, but it didn't turn out too well. They never really came back, and ever since then, the Trog invasion got to the point where we had to do something drastic, and now it's the way it is. And it's sad and all, but I don't like to think about it too much.
So where'd all the gnomes go?
Oh, a lot of us died.
I mean, obviously not the ones that died.
Oh, the rest of us? Well, we have some huts out in the hills in Dunrow, and a lot of us just moved here into Ironforge. Like, there's not too far we could travel. I mean, it's hard for us to get around with our little legs, and Mechanostriders are great and helpful, but they're not cheap.
Yeah, and they blow up.
Well, I mean, the newer models do when they're practicing on, like, upgrading them, but the base models are pretty stable. And
You gotta
they
wait
get you
until they
there.
come out with the Mechanostrider S, because they got all the bugs worked out of those.
Well, okay, if you say.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
About them. I'm not. I know gnomes are usually enjoy tinkering and stuff, but it's not really.
Is it true that when gnomes create a new model of Mechanostrider, they make the older ones obsolete, forcing their users to upgrade?
They don't necessarily do it that way. It's usually just the newer models are faster than the older models. Like I said, they'll still get you there, but they're not as fast.
Did you grow up in Nomergon?
No, I was actually born not too long after everything happened. It was, I guess I was born technically in Nomergon, but my folks moved out of there when everything started to go to shit. And I was raised here in Ironforge.
Well, you're quite lucky then.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
I want to make a toast to Stick and just say how lucky she is to be here right now.
And as if like there was just everyone was waiting in the room for someone to say toast. Immediately, all the dwarves raise their hey,
To Stick!
And then you see everyone begins drinking. They begin to celebrate again, just waiting for a moment to get excited. For Arano and Stir, you guys didn't grow up in this area. This is all still very new to you, and the dwarves are a lively atmosphere.
Was very taken back by it, but felt the need. I felt compelled to join in the toast,
Attaboy.
With your moonberry juice.
which is the best juice in all the land.
And then now noticing Arano is at our table after telling my life story, I'm gonna look at him and go,
Well, you're a tall one. What's your name?
Well, my name is Arano.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Stick.
I like your hair, Rano. It's like fine silk.
It's really long.
Thank you. That's a trait of my kind.
You mean them night elves?
Pretty neat.
Yes, the night elves.
Are you from Darnassus?
I was not born there. I'm from a little bit south, a place called Ashenville. Darnassus was not created or founded until about 20 years ago.
Have you ever met Malfurion? And like everyone immediately knows who Malfurion is.
It is a lifelong dream for me to meet Malfurion, the greatest druid in all the land.
Did you ever? They say that.
Have you seen him?
I have seen him. He frequents.
Is he one of them night elves too?
Well, yeah,
He is a
everybody
night elf.
knows
He
that.
is stuck. He is currently sleeping in the Emerald Dream. But
I heard his wife is hot.
He's the queen.
I heard the same thing.
Wait, there's a queen? Because I know there's a king of Stormwind. I didn't know there was a queen.
She's not. Oh god.
this is our Darnassus. Tyrande is the actual ruler.
Tyrande?
Close enough.
Well, that's a mighty fine name.
Well, that's cool. You've seen her too?
I have seen Tyrande.
Well,
Malfurion is currently stuck in the Emerald Dream, but I've seen pictures.
Wait, he's like stuck against his will? You said he was sleeping. Can't you just wake him up?
He is currently combating the Emerald Nightmare.
If it's a nightmare, wake him up.
Combating-
If he's asleep and it's a nightmare, wake him up. Pour water on his face. That always does it for me.
Yeah,
Sir, when
you're
I
only
can't wake
supposed
up,
to not wake
Yeah.
someone up if they're sleepwalking.
Guys, that's not how it works.
I've had Stir throw water on me several times when I'm napping on the job, and I get up
Different
like
kind of
that.
sleep. It's a different kind of sleep, guys. Let's just change the subject.
Like a
Just-
nap?
No,
it
nothing
is.
like that.
He is combating the old gods in this sleep.
Oh, wait, I think I've heard of this. It's called meditating, right? He's doing the meditation?
Correct.
Okay, so
Ah.
I don't think they quite get the concept here, but on another topic, they said that Teldrassil was grown in a day. Is that actually?
It was.
Wow, that tree's huge.
Oh, wow. Sir, we should chop down that tree.
Oh god.
That's what Stick asked me earlier if there was a goal of mine, and chopping down Teldrassil would be an honor.
You will not touch.
That's a
That's
bad
it.
idea.
Well, I don't think I can touch it because that's
I mean-
so far away.
And it's a pretty
I don't have
much a
that
big
kind of
tree
coin.
house, right? And it's where all the elves live.
That is our home.
Yeah, you're
I am not
essentially
coming to
just.
your home.
Hold up, wait. Darnassus is inside of the tree?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big
It is
tree.
all around the tree.
You really don't read, do you, sir?
I don't read.
Yeah,
I've seen a book once and I ran.
The only part he does
Shake
about
my
reading
head.
is getting the wood for the paper.
I just shake my head in shame.
Well, I would like to go there someday. I am a big fan of trees. I'll tell you that.
As am I.
And as this conversation is happening, you guys notice at the front door of the inn, a very disheveled-looking dwarf enters the room. You guys take a look at his face, and he seems to have been crying a lot. He just walks over and takes a seat at the table next to you guys. You see Gwenna come over, and she rushes over. Varan, how you? Did you lose another one? All right. Food's on me tonight. How's that? Thank you, Gwen. Just somberly rests his head down on the table.
I'm gonna
She goes
see him
into
walk
that.
in being really sad. I'm getting up, sitting right next to him and shoving a pint in his face. I'm being like, we're here tonight to have a good time, fella, and I'm gonna make sure you have one too.
And I'm gonna bring another pint over, carrying it over with both hands, and set it up on the table and say,
And yeah, it's my birthday too, so this one's on me.
Well, happy birthday, little one, but
Thanks.
I'll only have one drink if you don't mind. It's not a
We
good
all
day
have our
today.
limits, so what exactly is going on?
I don't want to worry about it. I don't want to trouble you guys with an old man's problems. But I appreciate the drink.
What if we can help?
I mean, I already reached out to the guards and
Ah,
I saw
those
something
guards,
there
they
when I
carry their feet. If you need something killed, we'll kill it.
Yeah, one time there were some Murlocs attacking the logging camp. We called them guards, but we had to take them on ourselves before they even got there. It was a joke.
It's kind of common around these parts.
And you see as Gwenna comes up and sets the food in front of him, and like, if you need anything else, let me know. All right? Thank you, Gwenna. And he begins to eat. I run a ranch.
I'm gonna motion to the Gwyneth and wink and say 2 more, but like under my breath and point at him. 2 more.
Okay, she gives you a smile back. You've been here a lot. You've been working here for a bit over a month, so this has been your home. You're very familiar with her. So she gives you a nod and goes and gets 2 more. I live out to the east of Ironforge. I run a ranch called the Emberstill Ranch. I breed rams out there. We've been having a problem this last year. A beast of a Wendigo, bigger than I've ever seen, has been coming down into our valley and killing my rams. I tried to get the Ironforge guard to take a look at it, but they don't want to risk their men over my animals, which I understand.
I've only read about them.
Yeah,
I would love to see one of them in real life.
I mean, I had plenty of them, but over the last 6 months, he just comes down in the middle of the night and drags them off. And hear them screams.
And this
I've
is
heard
a
of
Wendigo?
Wendigo before. Are they big?
They are pretty big, but this one is. They
And
call
why
him
ain't-
Vagash. He is
Why
a
ain't the
monster.
guards doing anything about it?
Well, they attempted to take care of him once, and they almost lost half of their men. They had to run away. They injured the beast, but it's something I've never seen before. And they don't want to risk it. I am the one that supplies Ironforge with all of our rams, but
You'd
You
think
know,
they'd have
when they
more
get hunt-
interest.
well, they get several hundred a year from us. Why do they care if a few are being picked off here and there? Especially when they're risking their own men's lives. I understand, but
I know exactly where you're coming
mean-
from. My father and I used to raise horses, and it was always a travesty when one would go. If one passed, whether by natural causes or not, it was just a sombering experience.
Those rams are beautiful creatures. It's terrible.
yeah.
I mean, I always said that I wanted to see a Wendigo, but
I want to see a Wendigo and I want to make a pelt out of it.
Yeah! And I'm getting excited now.
Like dwarves are cheering for no reason. They just hear the scream and they all just start cheering again.
It's like at a wedding, somebody cheers, or at a concert, somebody cheers, everybody else cheers in.
You know, Thanigan might have an idea here. What if we went out and found this Wendigo? What is it?
It's a Wendigo.
pronounced Wendigo.
Wendigo.
I mean, I wouldn't even appreciate it being killed. I just want it to stop.
Oh, make it stop, all right?
Whenever you hear your rams screaming and echoing throughout the mountains at 3 a.m., it is a terrifying sound.
That sounds pretty
And
harrowing.
after hearing Thanigan say that, at this point on, Sir is just like kind of like looking at him at the corner of his eye, just like, what?
Yeah? I want to kill it.
Well, I offered the guards 50 gold.
That sounds,
but
50
they turned it
gold?
down.
that sounds
Well, sign me up.
I would be hesitant, my friend. That is a terrifying beast.
I
Yeah, you don't gotta worry
studied
about
many
payment.
things and would love to see this beast in action.
It
You know, we
sounds
don't
like a
have to
fun trip.
discuss payment until after we've killed it, or you don't have
50
to pay us
gold.
until we've proven it at least, or if you wanted to send that contract our way rather than the guards who are obviously useless.
I would love to send you on this mission, but are you sure you're up for it?
I
Hey!
only
think we
get
know.
6 gold per tree that I cut down, and I can barely get through 5 a day, so this would be great for me.
Oh,
I mean, I think it
Alright.
just sounds like fun. I think it also sounds pretty scary, but
well, I'm heading back to my ranch in the morning. I came out here to get drunk. You guys could join me back on the trip there. And I can
As
point you in my
a
direction.
druid, I'm very cautious on what this dwarf is saying, and I'm curious to know if he's telling the truth.
Go ahead and make a insight check. Excuse me. First roll of the game, boys.
Oh.
What the heck's a druid? Just wait till they start shifting.
Your character's actually that ignorant. I love it.
No.
23 years old. Stir pyre mill.
Hey, you're young.
Very
What?
young.
Are you rolling in roll 20?
I think he's
Yes.
Okay.
14.
14. He seems very honest. You get he doesn't seem like he's swindling you. He just seems like a man who honestly is upset about his. I mean, he breeds these rams. He cares about them.
Okay, I will look into this Wendigo.
Would you want help with that? Because I can assist if the payment will be split.
I am here for
Yeah,
the knowledge. If you guys want to join, you are more than welcome.
I think it sounds
Wait,
like
so
a
you're
fun
saying
trip.
you're going to forfeit your cut? I just want to make that clear right now.
I'm not looking in here for the money.
Noted.
I want
That
the
seems
pelt.
fair enough to me.
Klein, you up for this?
Clyde, sir, you know me. I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I love trees. I don't think I'll be going on this adventure, but be careful, my friend.
I'm right there with you, Klein. I would not come with you or come with them as well and stay with you, but this is going to be my first time venturing outside of, where we've been cutting trees down this whole time. I don't get around. I don't get out much. You always take me here. We get super drunk, and I pass out. Wake up. We're cutting trees again, and then
It's
I'm-
awesome! Hey!
hey, it is awesome.
It sounds like
And
a
I
pretty
will
good
drink to that. It's good money, and I'm with my best bud, Clyde. So
I kind of
But
like
I think
drunkenly
this is the
lean
time.
into Stir, be like, yeah, but you haven't done nothing yet, mate. Wait till you feel the first cut into a wild beast.
I haven't taken a vacation in a while, and I think this will be a great time to get out and see the world.
Now
a little bit,
you're
at least
thinking.
a little bit more of Dunmoreau. But
What
Clyde,
about
if
you,
you want to
little
stay and hold down the fort, I'm sure the logging camp.
You know
will-
what? I'll go with you. I would hate for you to go and not come back.
Oh, Klein, I'd be all right, but I loved having you tag along.
I'll tag along, yes.
Woo! And on that, 2 more rounds for the whole table.
So I guess
Alright,
that, just
when
to be
it goes-
clear, are you two sharing a split, or is it all going to be split around?
Oh, well, did you want to join too? Are you coming with us?
Whoever
Yeah.
goes, I say even split minus the elf.
Yeah, we all put a
Sounds
fair
fair.
share in, except the elf is just trying to do some book learning or something. I don't know, but
I'm in.
all right.
He looks a little bit taken back. Veron just kind of seems very shocked by this whole exchange. His mindset was probably get in here, get wasted, pass out, walk home in shame, but he is very surprised by all of this and seems a little taken back. All right then. Well, thank you. I hope we can do something about this. Again, I'll be leaving in the morning. It gets a rough in Dunmoreau at night. Can't make the journey this late with the storms and whatnot, but first thing in the morning, would you guys like to join me on my way back to my ranch?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yes.
Sounds good to me!
I'm gonna turn to Than again. So, you're a fan of weapons, are you?
Hey.
Now, I've got these hand axes. I've got an extra one, and I use these to cut down the real small trees. Klein knows what I'm talking about. The ones around here.
Hey, come on now. Dunmoreau's got the biggest trees in all the land.
You could say that, but you used to work at the Elwyn logging camp. You know those trees are
Those
at
are-
least 12
Those are
times
some
bigger.
thick trees, my friend.
You
Those
guys
tr-
haven't
those
been to
were like-
Kalendor.
Callum, who?
Kalendor has the tallest trees in all the land.
But are they thick?
I mean, they build houses on them, so...
I want to go to Callum Shand.
Man,
What
let's
is
go
it?
to Callum Shan.
Callum Door. All right. Now listen, Thanigan. And I pull out a small hand axe, and I'm gonna hand it to him.
Start inspecting it immediately.
You think this little hand axe will be of interest to you? It's not much, but it's something.
What
I
are you
don't
looking
need it.
for? I mean, I'll take it off you. Sure.
Oh yeah, it's just weighing me down. I don't need this.
Well, what? Thank you.
I've never seen anyone just interested in, mediocre tier weapons like you, so
Yeah,
I figured
this-
I'd just get you one.
There's nothing special about this, but I can kill with it, so I like it.
Nice. Well, it's all yours, friend.
All right, I'll put that in my inventory.
And you have
Look,
now
it's-
one hand axe. That's a simple, light
Yeah.
thrown weapon.
Just gonna throw it at something.
Exactly.
Jesus.
He has become overcumbered and cannot. No, wrong game.
Yeah,
No, that'll happen.
No, that can happen
Yeah.
there. It'll take a minute.
I don't think we're gonna be over encumbered too soon.
Not
I'm
for a
concerned.
while.
It's gonna be a while.
But more ales are brought over to the table, more food. Veron doesn't seem to be partaking too much, and he turns in very quickly. He just seems to have had a rough night and wants to sleep it off. So he goes up to his room. I'd say it's about 7 p.m. now. You guys have been drinking, having some fun.
We do.
Anyone else like to do anything
I
or say anything
ordered
to each other before?
Berry juice.
Okay. All right, right moment, please. I'll get that for you. What was your name again? You've been in here quite a lot, and I never got it from you.
My name is Arano.
Rano, thank you. Okay. And she goes in the back and gets you another moonberry juice.
I've never had moonberry juice. How is it? Is that sweet or something? Is it alcohol?
It's
It is
really
alcohol.
sweet.
It's very sweet. It's the best.
Klein's giving you a side look, stir, and like shaking his head.
Hold up, wait. Is this
He's
that?
shaking it.
Is this that shit that you poured in my drink that one time, Klein? Because I remember
no.
that.
No. This is different. I poured sweet nectar into your drink earlier. That was funny. Yeah.
Oh man,
No,
well, what?
That's a
You
pretty
want-
good
I
joke.
want to try that moonberry juice
Have a
if he's gonna be
moonberry.
drinking it.
Well, I can tell you from my experience, the one night that I drank moonberry juice, I woke up with one hell of a hangover. It
It
does not
does
sit
give you
well.
really bad hangovers.
And if we are going out hunting tomorrow, screw it! Going to 10 more rounds of moonberry juice right now.
Yeah!
Hey!
A look of fear and disgust on my face as I am not partaking in that.
And Gwenna has the same fear on her face right now too. She's like, "Right, stir. Okay. Klein coming up," and she goes in the back and gets a bunch of moonberry juice.
I'm gonna take my first sip out of one. Oh,
It is very sweet.
what the hell?
Told you.
That is. Oh, I'm crying right now. Why? You
Not
drink
the
this?
best.
As you look up, you finish that statement.
It's too
Klein just
smooth.
finished pounding back his first one and slams it down on the table. Yeah, it's too smooth. Immediately throws back another.
I'll give it a shot. And I'm pounding it.
Oh no.
Say it again. Hey.
Not me, mate. Not me.
What-
Give me
What
an ale.
about you, Stick?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the cheap stuff. That.
Well, how about this instead? Gwyneth, bring out a jug of bourbon, please, for my table. A
Not
jug?
cheap
Are you quite
stuff.
sure you want a jug with how much you've been drinking there, Klein? A jug!
So
Alright.
our characters are starting in a huge gold deficit at this rate.
Yeah, and plaster
We
out
have
of the
gold.
line.
You should have gold.
Yeah, I know.
A little.
A
Not
little.
much.
I've got a lot.
You've been cutting down those 6 gold trees. That's why. That's good money.
You're right.
Yeah,
5
paid
years
well.
doing this. And Sir likes to wear the cheap clothes because that's what he's comfortable in. That's why I'm wearing that
Airy.
linen tank top and some linen pants, some work boots. So it looks like I don't have a lot, but
Well, does anyone else want to do anything else to talk to the party before we call it a night?
None of-
y'all
none of the
staying here,
tavern.
or do you got an inn somewhere else or a room?
No, I'm still staying with my folks, but are we meeting back here or are we meeting at the gates?
I don't think Klein and I are able to take the tram back to Stormwind, so we're gonna be here tonight for sure.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I have
so-
a room at the end.
What about you, Thanigan?
I have a relative down the road, up the one of
Y'all
the higher
remember to
buildings.
meet us back here, right? Is that where we're meeting?
Yeah, we can meet here.
We shall meet back right here.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, if there's a Wendigo to kill, I'll be there.
Agreed. Alright, we'll call it a night here. Does anyone want to do anything during the night? Or as preparation for the next day?
I gotta go to the bank and just get all my gear out.
Okay. You can do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the bank. Now I'm gonna kind of stumble there and like get all my loot. Because I didn't go to the pub with my stuff, you know.
Can I get your safety deposit key, please?
There you go.
This is a chewed up chicken wing.
Let me find it.
He gently sets it back down on the counter. Thank you.
Here we go.
He goes up into the back. He's looking at all these numbers. He finds one, unlocks, and as he does, just like a wall of fucking weapons and armor just comes pouring out of it. And he has to step out of the way. Oh, do you want all of it?
Just give me great axe and me blunderbuss.
He sifts through it, and there's a lot of just random garbage weapons, just blunted blades, axes, some hammers, a couple rusted wet guns. Weirdly enough, a bow is in there too. But he throws it all. Shoves it all back in there. Eventually, hands you the weapons you requested. And like, here's your key.
Thank you kindly. And I just on my
Walk
way.
safely.
I'm like
Anyone
kind of
else want anything?
fiddling with my rifle, just kind of, you know, working the mechanism, just kind of feeling through it, just feeling the shit. I'm all into it, like fully just not paying attention to my surroundings, walking down, you know, basically falling down the bridge where you can fall down.
Trench.
I'm like walking
Yeah.
right on the edge of that, like playing with the gun, almost falling down as I head, I guess what would be, I think, westbound towards my house.
I'm
And
just gonna
this-
head with Klein to where we normally stay.
I mean, you guys stay at the Fire Ruin.
Perfect.
So you would just go to your room up there, call it a night. Stick, are you doing anything tonight?
And I'm just gonna go back to my folks' place in the Gnomish district and prepare, I guess, my crossbow and everything for the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Arano?
I don't really sleep as a night elf, so I'm gonna meditate, and I will, when the time is, I will be outside waiting and keeping watch on the night.
Okay. We'll say we arrive. We get a good night's rest. So most of you are not hungover. Klein rubs his forehead as he walks out of the inn. You end up running into Veron. He is standing there, still somber look. Doesn't appear to have been crying anymore, but he was waiting out there before most of you. Not you, Arano, but he was the first one out besides him. You guys all stumble over around 7-8 a.m. and you meet your new party.
As soon as we all get up there, I'm gonna get a little too close to Stir and Thanigan and loudly, right next to their head, say, "Good morning, guys!"
Oh, what in the? I haven't even eaten yet.
It's too early for this.
Yeah, we're going on an adventure. What? You guys aren't ready?
I'm just like gonna shovel jerky into my mouth that I've had.
You guys
Like,
didn't have too much
I
last
suppose
time,
we're
did
ready
you?
to go. I mean, I can't drink too much. That ain't a thing.
You say so.
Thanagan lights a pipe of swift thistle and just kind of takes a toke to kind of help himself wake up, jumpstart his day.
Because everyone knows that's what Swift Thistle does.
Point. That's the only point.
Okay, you see I'm lining up his pipe. Arano, you have been waiting patiently out, and all of your new adventuring group, who you're still a little hesitant on, but they seem like at least decent people.
After
And they will not
smelling-
be impeding your quest of knowledge.
Yeah, after smelling the Swift Thistle that he's smoking and recognizing it as Swift Thistle, I'm gonna say, have you ever had Swift Thistle tea? You know, it's better for you than actually just drinking or smoking that stuff.
Do I have a pot of water on me?
Well, no, but I mean, you could have made some before you came down.
Ah, the pipe's just easier.
If you say so.
He's got a point. Time is money.
Friend?
Aye, well, I guess we'll be heading off. It's quite a long journey. It should be 4 or 5 hours of a walk, so make sure you're... Is everyone ready to go?
I'm not.
Aye.
Cloak up over my shoulders and yeah, we're ready.
All right, and as you guys step out into Dun Moreau, we're going to take our first break.
Okay. All right.
Hey.
Sounds good.
Quick break. We'll be back in just a few to continue the journey. Stay tuned.